So our last chakra then is which chakra?
The crown chakra.
The crown chakra, all right. And what physical stuff takes place up there?
That was actually where I was thinking the pineal gland, where it's connecting to light.
Yes, you're right. You're right. And what sits up there? We talked about mind, and part of mind is what? The physical what?
Brain.
Brain. Yeah. Right. So mind is one thing. Brain is something else, right? We could get into a whole philosophical discussion about that. We won't go there today. But the physical brain, what are some of the things that can manifest as dis-ease there?
Well, I think of Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
Lack of memory.
Yes.
But it's funny because it's really like electrical impulses in many ways. So it's almost like that's how I think of it as being connected to something bigger, the electricity of all
electromagnetic
field.
electromagnetic
field.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So you can have diseases of the brain, brain tumors, concussions.
Oh, concussions, yeah.
Lots of people come for
That's
sound healing that
interesting.
have sports injuries, among them not only knees and that sort of thing, and broken.
I'm thinking of someone specifically
collarbones,
actually who could benefit. Interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
And then some of the emotional things that could go on.
Well, again, I almost feel like it's like ungroundedness.
How? Expand a little bit on that.
If energy is too much in that place, drawing like with not enough connection to the lower chakras, then there could be ungroundedness. If it draws a lot of energy up.
How many of you know people who are always up there in their head? Visionaries, we call them.
Visionaries, that's interesting.
A lot of entrepreneurial people, and they're just always got this idea and that idea, and they're going to go this way and that way, and nothing manifests. I wrote one of my chakra stories when I started the chakra storytelling piece of this work, was a little story called Billy the Balloon, the Red Balloon. And it was about a balloon that loved nothing better than to be above it all, sailing up in the high stratospheres and not having to deal with reality. Didn't want anything to do with being on the ground. And people who are too much in their heads come to you to say, I've got all these great ideas, but I don't know how to actualize them. All right. Okay. So that's a big one for the crown. Another one that you talked about when you talked about the pineal was a connection to said
spirit or to
there. All right. So what kinds of issues do people come?
Disconnected, feeling small, feeling small because not knowing their relative relationship to everything else.
Right.
Or trusting it.
With things like Hawkins and the Hubble telescope and all of these wonderful, what are those Nova shows that we watch now, where you see the cosmos and how limited we have been in our thinking, and then how overwhelming it can be to think, I don't matter, I'm just a speck of dust in relationship to all this. Where's God? What meaning does anything, this came from somewhere, but what's the purpose of it all?
Yes, what's the purpose?
So a lot of people are lost. They're lost. They have nothing really but themselves, and there could be the argument for, again, if we wanted to get philosophic about it, that knowing thyself to thyself being true and so forth is really one and the same as being the God self, if you will. But a lot of people haven't made that connection. They have dependent upon their ego selves, and they haven't made, as you just so beautifully suggested, the connection with the divine. And what that really means. Faith issues.
Faith, yes.
Do you believe in this, that? What do you believe in? And are you feeling alone and isolated? And how do you make a connection? And how do you find meaning and significance in your life? So you might really be doing work with clients like writing their view of what the cosmos is for them, what their beliefs are, because in every one of these sessions you're dealing with someone's belief system, and that may or may not be related to the divine, but it's certainly related to where they've come in terms of getting those beliefs.
That's very
And are they true? And what else is true besides those limited?
What is true?
Yeah. And with that, I think is a pretty good place to stop for now, for today, because your assignment is going to be working now with getting these issues on your pieces of paper and getting in the issues box. All right? Because we have another step that we're going to be doing. So you've got, tell me what your assignments are for next time.
Oh my gosh. So,
remember?
Adding my new sounds to my box.
Mm-hmm.
Working with someone about different emotional states and their descriptions,
Right.
and the sound that's associated with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you could elucidate a little further the issues piece.
All right, I just want you to round out this list. We've taken some notes, but as you remember what we've talked about today, you're going to be a lot more specific. So for each chakra, think in terms of,
the
here's
particular
a
issues
physical issue.
Got it.
You know, here it's a gallbladder or whatever.
Okay.
Physical. And here is an emotional
Got it.
issue, because what we're leading up to now is going to be your 5 mini healings, sound healings, that you're going to do with clients. Not all at once, you can spread them out throughout the course, however you want to do that. But the focus is going to be, for some of those, it's going to be on a body part, might be a physical issue, and then a simple pain release that will be an emotional issue, which may be related to the chakra or that part of the body.
it.
But we're going to kind of divide it up into those two components to make it easier for you to, work with intention and kind of narrow the field down a little bit. So really concentrate now on getting more of the physical and emotional issues in your head. All right? Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thanks, it was fun. I enjoyed it as always, and we'll see you in episode 4. Thanks, bye.